one-sided of a picture we may have painted, and well, IHC certainly did paint. We have to remember, Ancient was ARAVT territory. Now, map 3 coming into it. Do they have the mental fortitude to bring the momentum back in their favor? This run could be so much.
Yeah, to bounce back after 16-1 will be massive, and going quickly into this is going to be the play. Techno still hiding at the barrels and not spotted. The counter flashes from IHC are great, but they actually blind up their own players. Techno still not revealed as of yet, but missing his opportunity, missing all his shots. It's a man advantage here for ARAVT, and Annihilation will quickly pluck out of the equation. Now those two players that leapt at him, they account for Score's flank? It's so coming in so quick, but they actually push forward, and ARAVT are going A.
They've realized exactly what Score's up to. Score's going to be able to at least recover the kit, if nothing else. It's still a 1-on-2 that he has to make do with. Bombs being planted elsewhere on the map. He's going to realize it very swiftly and start to hightail it back. But the question is always going to be, how much info could he even give over? He's shift walking all the way through. There could be a player posted back at the bottom of bank towards heaven as well. There is so much that you have to deal with. Time's ticking down low, and it seems like it is going to be just an impossibility. The only real chance of a score, maybe just full sticks out the defuse, but even there, ARAVT is getting closer and closer to long. Score spots up the first player. That's Fury without Kevlar. Score's going to keep fighting, trying to stick it out. It's going to be right down to the nick of time, but I don't think he's got it. ARAVT will not find the round. Score the 1-on-2 with no time left, and he gets it done.
That is nanoseconds before Score is about to be pulled out of that round. That is ridiculous. I thought he was done for. I didn't know if he had enough time, but ARAVT doubling up like that and being ready to pounce, because the bomb wasn't in a perfect planting position for them. They actually needed to close in on that gap if they were going to try and contest it. They had to anticipate that he maybe had a kit. But the fact that Score's able to deal with them, no armor on one of the players, but just the follow-up headshot was beautiful. Ay. That was ARAVT's round to lose, and they found a way.
Yeah, they found a way, all right. I mean, you even look over towards how many mistakes were made from the IHC side. Techno being fully blinded up and then missing a million shots over there as well. Annihilation just gets popped upon. Cabal can't support him appropriately while he's still alive either, and that's just still all brought together by Score. He is that star rifler for a reason. Force fire from ARAVT, all focused around short water.
Yeah, getting a lot of territory very quickly. Redeployment of a smoke over in Monster, but that's not where the attack is coming from. Smoke into the heavens and the flash as well. Fury's trying to close that gap, and SMG on SMG action, but Cabal and Techno lock it down. Blitz as well with support fire. No problems here for IHC. That crunch from ARAVT was very short-lived.
That's just complete out-aiming from IHC coming through over there. The positioning for ARAVT even looked to be pretty damn good. They're able to crunch together that wood player early in, but he just turns around and shoots him down.
Yeah, support fire from the heavens definitely helped out. Or sorry, from Pool, actually, I believe.
Yes, the heaven player was dropped down there.
Well, Force Buy did a whole lot of nothing. So down to pistols in round number 3 here for ARAVT. That nade as well did not go where it was intended.
Shinobi's Demise has come through, and Score just wants to keep on contesting. Is giving out the call for players to start rotating over. Doesn't feel comfortable in backing away, and that's for good reason. Score, however, man is owed an ace, and he feels like he may as well go out to collect. Techno's nearby, so he can pick up the M4 if need be. Score even going for the reload. Techno's had enough of it. You can't miss so many shots and still expect to be given the ace. Score, come on.
Yeah, I think after he reloaded both of his guns, he just said, "Take it." You know what? I don't deserve this one.
Would not hate an AWP being dropped for Annihilation right now, though.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a nice touch, especially with Hi having an AWP of his own. Being able to challenge at a distance would be ideal, but they're looking at this as a bonus. Wonder whether ARAVT can punish this.
Neither one of those grenades actually end up doing any damage whatsoever. show a lot of presence from the CTs there. Knowledge of this third player over towards long is what they are truly missing out on, though. ARAVT have only got 3 flashbangs left, and there's still no toilets control. This is going to be heavily down to aim and whether they can actually find the kill onto score or blitz. Either one of those do unlock the site considerably, but you have to try and do it without using too many flashes.
We're going to rotate round, and they are leaving Annihilation to try and defend this A bomb site. Flash is pretty well placed to keep ARAVT guessing, but now we'll go back to jump spotting. Oh god, now finally spotting the ARAVT players, so Smoke can go down. 35 seconds, ARAVT's going to have to sit behind this or try and pop through.
It's going to be a rotate back over towards Connector, and that's where Blitz had to be taken down. Blitz re-navigating away, perfectly played. Grenade as well, but caught with a resetting weapon. Blitz is down, but he's bought space for Cabal to move over as well. Techno still yet to reveal himself. Flashes to keep him blinded out. He is trying to duck away, but with Cabal Molly, Techno down, it's just down to Score, who is eliminated himself as well. Bomb on the ground, and Cabal puts up a show. 3 kills for him. IHC up to 4. That's a nice little collection, though.
Yeah, even before those Cabal kills come out, they just didn't have enough time because that bomb was down and they didn't have much left on that clock to punch in those digits. So Cabal just making sure that they're put out of their misery before the round timer is finished. 4-0 here for IHC. And they have an ult to play around with.
Yeah, recovered from high, and that's the best way to get an op on the CT
Yeah, it's
side.
ideal. It's a gift.
I like the setup that ARAVT went for to try and isolate out Techno in that way, as well as just try and get a bit of space in onto the bomb site. But you're right, the time just made it impossible for them to actually do anything with it, even though it works out to some extent. Cabal just had all the time in the world over there. I do believe we've got a small hiccup that we're dealing with. So in the meanwhile, you guys get some more entertainment over here. Michael, quick, sing. That's not singing.
I don't want to sing. I'd much rather dance.
Regardless, though, I do think we're going to be heading back into the game in just a second. Michael, ARAVT, the question that you have to ask yourself is, do they have sort of the what it takes to be able to come back from a mental deficit of a 16-1 into potentially a 5-0? Techno lining up these sprays. It is looking easy for him. Even stands in the open. Lets Fury take a gib at him. It does end up working out against him, but hey, at least he's given it a shot.
Yeah, half by 4. ARAVT doesn't net themselves much, and yeah, I don't know how they're gonna be able to mentally bounce back. You know, Inferno was a pretty one-sided affair, and now to start off with IHC having such a strong lead and a pretty strong handle on the CT side so far. You see how that money is building up for them. It's definitely, I think, a wound that's not healing here in the hearts of this ARAVT squad. That, you know, they beat them 2-0 in the upper bracket. Maybe they thought that they could do it again. Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same spot.
Not unless Cabal's out buying Zeus's. Quick peek. Oh, whoa! Score is just not missing anything. Nothing at all.
It's a big miss from Fury.
Yeah.
He's usually the one with stable aim. Man, I mean, Score getting away with 1 kill was egregious, but a secondary in connector as well. He even wanted more, but gets confirmation on where Hi was last seen. AWP making some scopes, and actually great flick there from Hi, but he will fall afterwards. 6-0. It feels like ARAVT are just on the wrong tempo, the wrong rhythm. They're missing out on opportunities that, if they want to beat IHC, they just cannot afford.
I mean, this is mental, man. This buy, it's very low. You're not going to have the op, and that's something that it seems like they wanted to prioritize the way they've been purchasing early in. I appreciate the fact that they are at the very least going for certain, slightly higher risk maneuvers where they're giving themselves the chance to come out on top, but no flashes. Pure aim duels is what are going to be looked for.
All the room and really a chance at it. Annihilation actually finding the kill in towards middle, but control was completely overlooked. Blitz does get there in time to make sure this A side doesn't fall, and he doubles up as well. So that small glimmer of hope there for ARAVT has gone adrift.
Yeah, Tamir's about to meet his demise as well. A re-peek from him will not be giving him any favors. Shinobi 1 on 4. Op might be recoverable on the side, potentially. But do we even get there? 35 seconds on the clock. He has to die eventually. He's just looking for the most amount of damage he can actually get. But the damage that has been dealt time and time again seems to be emotional. And ARAVT are not enjoying it.
I don't even really know how to quite quantify what's happening to ARAVT in these past couple maps. They are getting demolished. And it's honestly, if this is how the initial upper bracket game had looked, I wouldn't have really batted a second eye at it. I wouldn't have really questioned much about what was going on. But we've seen how good ARAVT has been in the playoffs. Even against Lynn, they were putting up a much deeper effort. And they're already in the grand finals, so we thought they could be the deniers, but maybe they are burdened by the fact they beat them once before. Not quite as easy the second time over.
I think just the win that it takes out of your sales as well is something that you can't neglect. Like, you're going into the games, you're thinking, yeah, guys, we beat them last time as well. Come on, we can do this. And Ancient's going really damn well. Like, you're not even losing to half buys this time. And you're suddenly thinking, oh my god, are we doing this? Then comes out that punch to the gut. That was Inferno. Annihilation will be tagged down low, but still left to try and manage his own devices. It is Score to moonwalk his way back over to the toilet smoke, wait for it to get into dissipation territory, and then stand inside it, wait for someone to make a play. High. Will be able to force Annihilation back, can't find the kills despite the low HP that he was on, and Score will be completely undetected. High should be caught off as he's trying to retreat back towards Connector. Annihilation covers it off. Good flashbang from Techno. Even the grenade's going to be fantastic. Fury's been left on 51 HP, but he's missed the jump up to the one-way. Cabal will buy him some space, but Control's found one. In the meanwhile, it is a jump up to Toxic. Control will fall, and Shinobi, the only player left alive on the bomb side, and his life is temporary. As is most life, but his more so than many.
Yeah, great job there from the B defenders of IHC. Got a lot of counter utility down. ARAVT were slow to scale and trapped behind some of the smokes that were down as well. By the time they actually break in, there's just too many members there for the defenders. It seems as though we've entered a small technical issue, but when we are back, we should have the continuation of this match. We'll see if ARAVT even get around after the break.
back in action. That's just how we like it. Tamir has actually come through with 2 big ones. He's had a rough game so far, but so has the rest of ARAVT. It is a quick monopoly of this B bomb side, and ARAVT are, for once, looking like they're up ahead.
Yeah, Stampede over at B, but down to the 3-on-2, where Score has had a phenomenal game as well, but actually plucked out before he can get any action engaged. AWP for Annihilation will try and close the gap, and a reload from Tamir gives up the fact that he is close. The Annihilation USP can't quite finish off the job, and Tamir has backup right behind him. Oh my god. So many no-scopes missed, and the AWP can be received for High in the future round. ARAVT just run into B and find entries, and that's the secret ingredient to finally beat IHC.
It's like when you're new to cooking and someone says the meal you've cooked is bland and you don't know what to do with it and everything, and your mom just tells you just add salt. Like, it sounds simple, but it works.
Oh, 4-man boost, but High slid off. Despite what his name implies, maybe he is afraid of heights.
Blitz is watching out for Fury last time over. Fury was just annihilated by Score this time. At the very least, it's less of his own mistake. Look at Annihilation's position. He's just got so much space, and the full rotation back towards the B bomb side is being called in for Score. He's just going to be playing up from heaven more likely than not, while Blitz keeps an eye out for the connector. Deep flashbangs prepared. Techno doesn't really want to chuck out his own utility either. Smoke goes forward. He knows they're coming over. Techno good for the first. Doesn't have the chance to swing out. It's Cabal instead, who's been given that luxury. Deep flash keeps Highs off from refragging him, and Tamir was the lurker left behind. High will have to reconverge with him instead. ARAVT momentary respite in a single round, but it is incredibly ephemeral.
IHC have called the Ghostbusters, and they ain't afraid of no ghost. Tamir, very tangible frag, but Blitz's nade will finish off the job, and High is brought to 6 HP, so he's running for high hills. From Fast and Furious to Slow and Silent, ARAVT, the second round after breaking into success, doesn't replicate the same result. Getting picked to pieces around the map, losing Fury at the start, and then trying to walk through the monster smoke after there was another smoke thrown. That was their prompt to go, but just losing, again, too many of those duels and not being able to trade effectively. I'd say it's some good setups to deal with what ARAVT had planned.
Once again, trying to speed things up a little bit more back towards middle, but they're not going for the straight entry. Instead, just hoping to swing out from Fountain. Annihilation doesn't hold on to his angle long enough, and as a result of it, can't quite find it. Util being chucked out so that he is forced off of it once again. Long presence is all they're focused on, and Annihilation should have an idea about what exactly is going on here. Calling back rotations, Blitz will be here to cover it off. Score, in the meanwhile, will still be stuck to connector. Annihilation refuses to give up toilets. Ah, beautiful, man. Tamir, that's just an elbow. It's all he shows.
There were still a few times for ARAVT they fell into angles that Annihilation was holding kind of similar ways, giving up an arm or a leg. That's Molly at the timing for the entrance to A, because the util sailed out for ARAVT, and they fight forward into bathrooms. Control will get the better of Score. Very, very late lurk activation, but they're down in the numbers, and the Shadow giving up the advantage over to Annihilation. Oh! The flick is fantastic. This man is on a mission on this AWP. The Control might just be able to claw back that advantage. Brings it down to 1-on-2, and the flank identified, but Techno had the HP to trade. 10 for IHC, but great job from Annihilation, nailing every one of these shots.
I think it's safe to say that IHC is making top 16 at the major.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Dude, Annihilation, if he... Again, just to repeat, there are players who are just mechanically meeting an eye test, which translates across regions. It doesn't matter, oh my god, he's an Asian opera. Yes, there will be problems. There will be more flashes, there will be better utility in a lot of places, but you put him down and let him mark his territory, and this guy will... Well, he's gonna leave a very smelly room because of all the blood that's all over the place.
You actually
The
doubled
blood,
down on that
the
as
blood,
well, huh?
The blood, Michael. What are you talking about?
It's peeing uncontrollably.
Bro, what? This is Counter-Strike, wrong fluids. Cabal, however, is gonna be able to come through, cooking them up on short. And once again, it is the 1-1 scoreline in favor of IHC.
Yeah, this is, I mean, the defensive just looked great here for IHC. They were having no problems just hammering ARAVT on Inferno. And it feels like Overpass has been much the same story. ARAVT looking pretty uninspired in the ways they're out entering these rounds. And, you know, we drew it to attention. We needed Fury, we needed Samir as, I guess, instigators and big proponents of those two players to be the difference makers in this series, but when they have shied, so have the rest of ARAVT. Gotta do something to get this turtle out of its shell.
Well, they try, but the turtle comes back and saps their head off while it's gone. Nade attempt's not the worst in the world, missing timing by just a smidgen. Shinobi's not quite as lucky.
At least it was a trade. You threw one at me, I threw one at you. Repositioning from Annihilation has been heard by Fury, so he is on the money with this. It's all about whether Annihilation can react quick on the peak and whether he chances it. Yes, he can.
I think we knew the answer to that beforehand, to be honest. Deep Nade keeps control honest as well. Annihilation knows that there should be no one over in longer. Rare miss coming out from him, trying to go for the flex in there, overrunning him, no scope, close range, one more! Annihilation will not stop! Around the corners, covered up, but High gives his team a chance. Rotation from Techno's coming in on time though. High can't move past it. Oh! Can't move past it. Annihilation. God damn.
Yeah, and the support flashes that blitz through as well were right on the money. Just as they were about to round this corner, that's what gives Annihilation a chance to bolt back and shoot another no-scope.
He's only got 10 kills, but it feels like all 10 of them have just been so flashy.
And that's the thing, but they're getting just demolished on the B pushes, and the few times they actually get a pick on A, or if they feel like they've got a bit of space, that's where Annihilation has been the disruptor. There is no weak bomb site to hit. You see the IHC kill score, it's very well spread. Everyone past double digits.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Simultaneous flashes, but Cabal comes out on top. The lead is temporary, however, and Fury will trade. Still control. Caught out, brought down. It is a successive trade. Fury trying to peek out, and oh, what a shot onto Techno. Fury was a very stable pair of hands over an Overpass back against Lin Vision yesterday, but obviously hand stability has largely not been a concern for ARAVT because they've been dead. Dead hands don't move.
Yeah, it's like Fury's playing on the bus this time. It's a bumpy road. Well, this is a good round. Found himself 3 opening kills. One was a trade, but took a lot of space over towards B and just single-handedly won this round for ARAVT. High's kill as well, only securing more of an advantage. Would make sense for Annihilation to actually challenge for this, because they've got money built up here on IHC. It's not unlimited, but I think they'd be able to sustain at least for the next couple of rounds as we enter the last round of the half. So I'm surprised he's not going for this, in all honesty. But also making sure that they can afford no AWP themselves into the follow-up round. That's probably part of the idea. could have thrown that AWP away and picked up a rifle and still gone for it. Who cares? Last round of the half, and ARAVT maybe are about to give themselves some wiggle room moving into the second half. If they get to 3, there is certainly a chance you win pistol, you win some of the conversion rounds, and you're suddenly back in business. There's been a lot of pressure applied by the defensive half of IHC. ARAVT are moving quite quickly. That smoke is not going to deter them.
There's only one player who's actually moved past, so it's Tamir already inside the bomb set and already dead as well. The spacing from the rest of his team who's been completely segmented off. Already looking like a 13th is being spelled out. Techno even stabilizes his aim, waits it out because the flash gives him so much time. It's a straight 13th for IHC and they are going nowhere but to the grand finals. Can ARAVT do anything at all about this? We'll have to find out after a short break. I'd say this is about as dire as it could look, but we know from Inferno it could have been one round worse. Even so, chances looking slim, and, well, ARAVT weren't hoping to be on a diet. Nice way to start off the round, though. Hi, at the very least, gets a quick shot in.
They need a spark to ignite the flames here for ARAVT, so hopefully Hi can provide that with the way he started out this pistol. Still actually pressuring the IHC attack, but they're moving long predominantly. Only Blitz was left on Toilet's control, and actually finding an opportunity to find Hi in the back, but he misses, and they actually have found no kills here for IHC to break into this bomb site. Not till Cabal has dealt with the site player, and Hi getting crunched. Now IHC have full control, but no smokes to deny information. Control still challenging.
finds himself the quick frag as they are still trying to find some space over the bank. Control's gone and got himself two. They are rotating back to the B bomb site. CT is still a little bit worried, but they do have Shinobi in the vicinity. Not the best of angles to have a dualies on. It is a deep smoke to cover him off and a flashbang to try and assist Control with the peek forward. The flash will be completely avoided. The bomb will be planted and it is a fast retreat backwards. They do have a numbers disadvantage, but with the bomb down, Blitz has been able to keep himself alive. Maybe there was a possibility. Annihilation. Another player you have a lot of hopes out for, but not in the 1v3.
Yeah, 1 kill, and that's it. Nice set of double kills from Tamir and Control to keep handle on this for ARAVT. IHC actually bought a lot of time for the rest of the team to come in over on that A attack. That's why IHC were decidedly running the other way as well. They realized that the main defensive was here, as well as the backup players. First piece of the puzzle for ARAVT on the comeback journey, but I'm going to make sure that all these rounds are consistent, get the conversions, maybe even have a cheeky little bonus in there as well so you can upgrade weapons. Because the IHC with their buy have actually invested in an AK and a hell of a lot of Galils, but basically no utility. So it's all about taking fights and keeping spacing, which they will be allowed to do. Out to long they go, and nobody's there to challenge. No one even within earshot to identify this. Fury's jump spot will be the only info they gather.
Okay.
Could have been good timing. Looking at it.
Two early kills with a forest spy that has low utility. You're hoping to choke it out and let them make the mistakes initially themselves, but unfortunately, not quite the outcome that they maybe wanted. Nice shot from Shinobi. Vertical angle always difficult to deal with, even an MP7 in hand, in fact, and it is a quick equalization.
Confirmation. Flash sails too far to blind Cabal, and Tamir thought he might have had an isolated duel, but things go from bad to worse. They still have Control sitting on top of this bomb, but he's the healthiest of the two remaining here for ARAVT, and will eventually be found out. 1 for 1 is good enough, but this flank as well from Party, no idea. Shinobi doesn't consider it, and will hear the steps too late. IHC recover and get themselves into a 14th. That was the force by the overturnment of the pistol round for IHC, so what little hope was there for ARAVT might just have been dissipated.
Yeah, just Tech 9's not even those 5-7s. And as much as everyone's talking about how these are the meta game and they are kind of busted and everything, yes, I agree, but they don't give you the best of chances. Short duel is one of the few that you can definitely win out with them. Fury showing us that exact fact, but Annihilation quickly makes short work with them. It is just the B bomb site taken over. Molotov down at the feet of Score as well. Blitz will end up using it to steal away that last kill. Score being low means that he would have liked to back off anyhow, and Hi is burning alive. Score looking to push through the smoke at this point. Hi can only think towards saving, but even that should be evading him. More likely than not, Score just trying to peek in, go deep, and Hi is just watching for the boost.
Watching for the boost or the jump spot or something, but yeah, I wasn't expecting Score to be so close. These pistols can do a lot of damage, and I'm right there with you. They could have certainly done some more work, but good effort there from Annihilation. He got a double kill in short, instant headshots between two different players. And it feels like ARAVT's journey here in the playoffs has come to its brittle end. Showed us good stuff in the upper bracket, even going so far as to test Lin Vision, who have been looking great this season as well. IHC were a different beast as soon as we entered into their map pick, as well as Overpass. Already an opening kill for Cabal, and it's only pistols that remain here for ARAVT, missing shots, and Cabal is just doing it all by his own.
IHC will be our second grand finalist to go up against Lin Vision in the finale to see who will claim the spot for the EPL conference. Of course, we're going to try and get a hold of them for an interview. We'll be off to a break while we try and figure that out. We'll be back after a short one. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.